Hey everyone! Welcome to another exciting episode of Family Moments, where we use really cool object lessons
that teach the truth about what matters most.
Exactly. And today, we're going to have some fun with this.
Oh, measuring cup. Oh, are we going to bake a cake?
No.
Are we going to bake a pie?
No.
Are we going to bake cookies?
No, we're not going to bake a cake, a pie, or cookies.
Or maybe you're just going to borrow a cup of sugar from a neighbor.
Well, no, I'm not going to borrow a cup of sugar from my neighbor either.
Don't worry, you can borrow some from me.
What in the world?
I never leave home without it.
Ow, brother. Hey friends, Pastor Robbie here, along with today's special co-host, Lily.
Hello.
And today, we're going to have some fun learning about sin.
Sin? I thought we were going to bake a cake.
I never said that we were going to...
Wow, it must be sinfully delicious.
Would you just calm down a little bit here?
Sorry, so it's a sin to eat cake?
Well, no. But there is a reason cake is sometimes referred to as sinfully delicious. Cake can be like sin because it's so appealing that once you start eating or sinning, it can be really hard to stop.
Probably wouldn't be good to eat the whole cake.
Well, no, you'd be in big trouble. And that's the problem with sin. It's so attractive that we think we can just stop whenever we want, like it's no big deal, but it is a big deal.
Why is it such a big deal?
Because all sin starts off as a small, simple idea. And once we entertain that idea and then act on it, it continues to grow and get bigger and messier, and then it's hard to stop.
Can you give me an example?
Well, sure. Like if you tell a little lie, and it might seem like no big deal. Like you might tell your mom that you studied for a test, but you really didn't.
Oh man, then I probably didn't do well on the test.
Well, no, let's say you actually flunked the test. But instead of telling your mom, now you tell her another lie and say that the test went fine.
Oh man, won't she eventually find out?
Well, that's the problem. You already told a couple lies and now you can't stop telling more, so you can keep covering everything up. But eventually it's going to all come crashing down on you.
What a disaster.
Well, let me demonstrate this for you with a little object lesson I like to call the strong pull of sin. And all we're going to need is some Mardi Gras beads, a scissors, some tape, and we were actually going to use a measuring cup, but that experiment didn't work. So we're trying something different. We're going to need a clear drinking glass instead. Let's start by cutting our necklaces and taping them all together to form one long strand of beads. Then we'll put them inside this drinking glass. We'll say this glass is your life, and these beads represent all the good in your life. And your job is to have these beads stay inside your life. God wants us to live a good, clean, pure life that's beautiful like this. Unfortunately, we can't seem to leave well enough alone, and we think it's safe to take a peek at sin. But once you start to pursue sin, it's hard to stop. Watch.
What in the world?
That's called the strong pull of sin, and it leaves us feeling pretty empty.
Oh man, no wonder we're supposed to avoid sin. So, what are we supposed to do?
Well, let's take a look at our verse for the day. It comes from 1 Corinthians 10:13, where it says, "No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it."
So when I am tempted, I should go to God?
Exactly. Learn to fall more in love with God every day and stop chasing other things that aren't good for you. If you take a temptation to God, He has the power to provide an escape route.
Really?
Really.
But what if I do mess up and sin?
Well, the good news is that God can still forgive you if you ask Him. You may still have to deal with the mess that your sin caused, but you should never be afraid to ask for His forgiveness.
Whew, that's a relief. I thought I was going to have to be perfect.
Well, good luck with that. Thank goodness for Jesus and His forgiveness. And in the meantime, we should live all out for Him.
by avoiding sin?
Exactly. Learning to go straight to God when we are tempted is a beautiful thing. So, Lily, what did you learn today?
I learned that sin has a strong pull in it, and it's not as easy to control as we think it is.
Exactly.
And the best solution is to go straight to God when we are tempted, and He'll provide an escape route.
Very good.
Now, I was thinking about temptation.
Oh, really? Thinking about temptation?
Yeah, and this measuring cup filled with sugar makes me want to eat it all.
That would not be a good idea to eat all that sugar, girl.
I know, so I thought if I just lift it up to the Lord, He can empty me of that desire like this.
What?
It worked! Now I'm sugar-free! Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, real amazing.
Want to see it again?
No. We'll see you around.